What's up, everybody? Silver and Blue Nation, Big Game James. What's up with y'all? Is anybody out there today? I'm trying to hear what y'all talking about. Stevie Mac, my dog, you know you always up in there, and I love you for life. You know how we do. Let me get in here. Let me see if any of my people is trying to jump in here and talk to me about some Cowboys football. What's up, Stevie Mac, Cowtown, Texas? Come on, get in here and jump in here with me so we can talk some Cowboys football right now. I'm going to wait for some people. I'm going to wait for y'all to jump in. Anybody else want to jump in? Because we're going to talk a little bit Cowboys football. I'm not going to talk long today. Not going to be long-winded. Usually these shows I'll be doing be going like an hour. But I ain't going to be doing all that today. There he is, my dog, Gambino. I love you, dog. I love you, Gambino. Stevie Mac, I love you, too. I appreciate the love y'all always showing me, and I love kicking it with y'all, and I love having great conversation with y'all. So I definitely appreciate y'all all day for always tuning in to Silver and Blue Nation and giving us the props. So I love y'all for life, and I just want to tell you that. Here we go. Joe Martinez, Tariq Salim, Tim Williams. There we go. Now we talking. Now we talking. What's up, Richard? What up? I'm loving y'all, dog. That's what I'm talking about. Now we getting in here. Now we getting in the flow. I can only keep it real. When you talking first and you ain't got nobody in your video, you like, damn, I'm talking to nobody. I feel lonely. But it makes me feel so good when I can jump on the air and I see my peoples representing, my dogs in the house. So without further ado, we're going to jump into some topics today. You know, I've been talking about the draft picks the last few weeks. That's kind of been on my mind more than anything else. You know, the draft, our draft picks, the after draft, the undrafted free agents. But tonight, I'm going to talk about a few subjects, some stuff that really piqued my interest more than anything else. DeMarcus Ware. We're going to talk about DeMarcus Ware. People bothering me, getting on my nerves. They need to back up. But DeMarcus Ware, Kellen Moore, Jason Garrett, and our own owner, Jerry Jones. We're going to talk about those guys today because they've been on my mind. And DeMarcus Ware has been on my mind because, first of all, shout out to the Cowboys experience. Appreciate them, what they do. Basically, if you're trying to go to a Cowboys game this season, if you're trying to get on and get that field passes, if you're trying to get close to the action, you need to check out the Cowboys experience. And one of the things that is awesome about the Cowboys experience, they were actually there last night for the event that was at the Star. Had like 15 players past and present. DeMarcus Ware was obviously there, and we're going to talk about him because what he was talking about yesterday. But shout out to Barry Griffith with the Cowboys experience. As I said before, if you're really trying to get on and trying to get to a game, you need to holler at me. Get on my Big Game James page. Get in my inbox, and let's see if we can make something happen for you this year. I'm going to be at these home games this year, and I would love nothing better than have you guys out there kicking it with me. We can drink some beers, drink some liquor, kick it, do all we want to. More than anything else, we can kick it and have a good time. So, without the Fort Worth, I love representing. I love seeing the representation. But we're going to jump into our first guy, like I said, DeMarcus Lawrence. Lord, too many DeMarcuses. DeMarcus Ware. And the reason why I'm bringing him up because I'm super excited about what he said. He said that, you know what? I need to get on this Cowboy staff. You know what? The Cowboys are right at the door. You know what? The Cowboys are a Super Bowl team. Now, I know we've heard this time and time again. I know we have. I know we have heard it. Every year we want to scream Super Bowl. Every year Stephen A. Smith dogs us, Cowboys fans, media, the likes. Oh, y'all saying y'all going to the Super Bowl every year. I'm tired of Cowboys fans. Y'all say that every year. This is true. I cannot lie. Cowboys fans say it every year. What fan wouldn't say it, though? Isn't that what you're supposed to say? We're trying to go to the Super Bowl. We're trying to go to the playoffs. But realistic terms, some teams are just not going to go there. But this year, when you're talking about DeMarcus Ware, yeah, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I don't go for the hype. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I've been a Cowboys fan since I came in the womb, since the doctor or the nurse smacked my butt and made me cry. I was screaming Cowboys from day one. Over 40 years in the game, Cowboys. But you know what? Out of all the teams I've seen, and I'm not hyping this as like the next great team, but I will tell you this. I remember 2014 when DeMarco Murray, I was talking to a homeboy of mine. He's an Arizona Cardinals fan. The season before 2014, I was like, man, I wish I had the screenshot. I sent him a message and said, guess what? My Cowboys going to be dogs this year. I just feel it. DeMarco Murray's going to run through the league. He's just going to be nasty. I just have that feeling. He's like, yeah, y'all 8-8 every year. You say that every year, y'all. I said, dog, I'm trying to tell you, I just have this funny feeling this year that we're going to be really good. And guess what? We were really good in 2014. 12-4. We got robbed with the catch with Dez Bryant. But you can't tell me we didn't even have a dope defense. You can't tell me that we couldn't have went to the Super Bowl. That was the year we whipped up on them Seattle Seahawks, and we had a blueprint to beat them. That could have been a possible Super Bowl run. I mean, it just felt magical. You know what I'm saying? That 2014 this season just felt magical to me. You know what I mean? So now I'm sitting there thinking like, man, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, but this 2019 season, like DeMarcus Ware is talking about, it's got me a little giddy. It's got me a little hyped up. It's got me a little excited. And why am I excited? Look at our team. We deep. We hella deep. When's the last time we been this deep on a lot of the fronts? We went from bare-covered defensive line to super thick. Our defensive ends went from, man, we got Taco to we got the Mighty Quinn. We got Dorrance Armstrong Jr. We got Kerry Hyder. We got Joe Jackson. It went from nothing to something. You feel me? Offensive line. We went from shaky to one of the best offensive lines to shaky to back to strength. You get what I'm saying? And you got Travis Frederick back in the fold. He comes back from that injury full health, and you got McGovern, who I think is going to be nasty. I think that was a great pick. You got depth, Joe Looney. You got Ciafulu, who might not even make the team. You got Cam Fleming, we don't know. And then you got these undrafted free agents. Then you got the receiving core, who's thick. Cornerback is looking okay. We just stacked on a lot of positions on the team. And when I look at not just stacked, talent-wise, we are one of the most talented teams in the league. I've been screaming that for the last couple of years, but I'm really screaming it now with this draft. I heard some people try to hate on our draft and dog our draft, but come on, dog. You can't hate on this draft. For real, for real. And now you sitting there thinking, hold up. We are super deep, and the NFC ain't that tough. It ain't that tough. It ain't that crazy. So I'm feeling what DeMarcus Ware was talking about. This guy comes in here who's a legend with the Cowboys, who's nasty. But you know what DeMarcus Ware said? He said, you know what? And when I coached football, I did the same thing. And I think that's just huge. You know, DeMarcus Ware is 36 years old, but that dude looks like he can still play. He looks like he can sign a 1-year contract and play for the Cowboys. I wouldn't be mad if he did. But when I'm sitting there thinking DeMarcus Ware, what he was saying was, you know what? I'm right here. You know what? I can still play. Even though I'm not playing, I can still play. And what's better than talking about it to your players? What's better than talking about to your former players? Actually going out on the field and teaching them. And I'm telling you, more people respect, when you can get out there on the field and show them drills and get out there and work. One thing I know my kids loved about me in Little League and freshman football was that when I trained my kids, I didn't sit there and tell you do 50 push-ups. I went down there and did 50 push-ups with you. I didn't tell you just to run a lap. I ran the lap with you. I didn't tell you just to do these hard drills and didn't do them with you. I actually taught and went through these drills with the kids myself. And I believe it gave an added respect from the kids to me, because they were sitting there thinking, you ain't one of these fat dudes that's sitting down there telling us do all this, but you sitting on the bench eating popcorn. No, I was out there grinding with them, and that gave me more respect. And I think when you get a DeMarcus Ware out there, Cowboys, please sign this man. If you get a DeMarcus Ware out there and he's still in shape and he's doing these drills and he is one of the best, you see the numbers that he had. He's a Hall of Famer. When you see a guy out there who's still in shape and he's out there doing it, he's not there just teaching it, but he's out there doing the drills too, out there working with you, you have more respect for that. I don't know about y'all, but I have more respect. If I was a player and I seen an all-time great come out there and he was still within a good age and he was in shape and he was coming out there working out with me, coming out there teaching the game to me, working his butt off, I'm going to have more respect, and it's going to make me want to work harder. I don't know about y'all, but that's what's going to make me want. It's going to make me do it. So Cowboys, Jerry Jones, all you guys, you need to get DeMarcus Ware on the staff. I don't know what the payroll is. I don't know how much he's going to cost. But if this man comes to the team and says, I want to commit and make this happen for you guys, man, bring this dude here. How is he going to hurt us? He was out there helping us a little bit, I think, last year or 2 years ago. So why not get him at a full capacity? He's only going to make this team better. He's only going to make our defensive ends better. He's only going to make our defensive line better. And he can work with the offensive line too, because remember, he was banging with Tyron Smith, and Tyron Smith said he got him better banging with him every day, because you know what? He's going against one of the greats. And when you're going against one of the greats, it forces you to get better. Let me jump in here and give me a few shout-outs before I say anything else. Ron Smith, what's up with you? Meticulous Cowboy, Thurston Howell III, Tim Williams, as I said before, Richard Scalazzo. I don't know if I messed up the name, but yes. Miguel, what's up? Oh, no, I don't give you no love. You try to say you try to say boo. Oh, okay. I don't know what you were saying, so I apologize about that. Hoping you Cowboys all day. But what I was saying is this. You need to bring this man here on here. You need to stop playing around and bring DeMarcus Ware in the fold, because how can you not get better? How can you not benefit by having one of the all-time greats? And he wants to do it, and he's excited. Yesterday he was at the charity event. My guy, shout out to Cowboys Experience, Barry Griffin, shout out to Law Nation. They were out there kicking it. Them was my peoples, my sponsors. Appreciate y'all for being out there grinding. We got some great photos. You can go on to Silver and Blue Nation or Big Game James or the Cowboys Experience. Like and subscribe to that page. Check it out. Great photos. All the greats were there. But as I said before, bring this man in the fold. Get him on the payroll now. Get him on the payroll now. Like ASAP. This is a man who's going to take, I think, if you bring him in with Marinelli, Leon Richard, how can you not make this team better with that? So my idea right there is get DeMarcus Ware in there and sign him up. You get what I'm saying? Don't play around with this. Get this man in the fold, and let's do it now. Because as I said before, we are right there. I don't know about you Cowboys fans, but we are right there knocking on heaven's door. We are knocking on heaven's door because we are so close. It's really got to be this coaching staff. You know what? You have the expectations, and we have to stay healthy, but we are just too talented to be a first-round exit. We are too talented to win the East and get knocked out early. We're too talented. I'm tired of seeing these whack teams getting ahead of us. We're too good and we're too talented. And as I said before, this would be a great piece by adding DeMarcus Ware to the fold. So, Cowboys, whatever you have to do, get this man on the payroll. For real. I know he went with the Denver Broncos and he won a championship with them, and that's all good. But he's a Cowboy for life, no matter what you say. He can go back to Denver because they showed him love. You got a championship with him, so of course he's going to show him love. But that dude's a Cowboy for life. Don't care what you say. He's going to make us so much better, y'all. Yes, Thurston Howell. We super thick like a stripper. Yeah, we dumb thick like we thick like them girls you see you know them girls you see. We thick like that. So get this man in the fold and let's make that happen. Subject number 2. We talked about DeMarcus Ware. Now I'm going to talk about this guy right here, Mr. Kellen Moore. And don't you be hating on no Kellen Moore, man. Don't you be hating on Kellen Moore. I don't know why it's so much hate for Dak Prescott, so much hate for so many things, but I hear so many people hating on Kellen Moore. Why? Y'all hating on Kellen Moore because he didn't make it in the NFL? Is that why you're hating on him? You need to stop. You need to stop hating on Kellen Moore because he didn't have the physical tools to be a great player. That doesn't mean the mind isn't great. Just because the body couldn't function for the NFL doesn't mean the mind isn't an NFL mind. People be killing me, be thinking, oh, well, he wasn't great in the NFL. He barely could get on the field, so he can't be good. Seriously, get a grip. Some of the best coordinators and coaches are the guys who weren't the best players. For real. I don't know if that's a fact, but that's pretty damn close because you get a lot of players that were all-time greats that they have a certain amount of expectation and they were great players. So if you're not coming to their level, frustration. You got a player who was average or never got off the bench. He don't have the expectation. He's trying to teach. He's trying to get you to learn because he was sitting on that bench the whole time studying the game, learning and knowing more about the game. Kellen Moore didn't obviously think that he was going to have a great NFL career. Kellen Moore couldn't have possibly thought that. He couldn't. He didn't get drafted. Nobody picked him up except Scott Linehan. Scott Linehan's the only one that showed him love, so he couldn't have thought he was going to do something in the NFL. But that dude's got a mind, and I'm telling you what, and they had an interview with Michael Irvin on the Rich Eisen show, and I'm going to show you some of this interview, but we're going to talk about the Jerry Jones part when I show you this interview. But Michael Irvin was on the Rich Eisen show and is actually hosting it. He had Jerry Jones on the show, and he was asking questions. And he asked, and even Michael Irvin said he was suspect on Kellen Moore. I don't believe in Kellen Moore. I'm suspect. I'm worried. I'm nervous. But you know what? One of the greats, Ezekiel Elliott, came out there and said, you know what, Michael? Slow down. Because Kellen Moore is a smart kid. And he listens. And what we see on the field, and we think something's working, he's going to be quick to incorporate it. And that's one of the biggest keys for Kellen Moore than over Scott Linehan. Scott Linehan was, it's my way or the highway. You go against me, I'm going to get rid of you. And we saw it happen. Cole Beasley, we saw Bryce Butler. Anybody who said anything against Scott Linehan, you was gone. Because he felt like he had the credentials. He earned that right to say that. And the Cowboys gave him the power. So, I feel like there was a disconnect with the younger players, a disconnect with maybe even Dak Prescott, okay? Because he's calling the plays up in the booth and sending them down to Kellen Moore. Who do you think is going to be closer to him? Scott Linehan or Kellen Moore? Because Kellen Moore is talking to him like all the time. So why isn't this a great pick? Because, number one, I think Kellen Moore is going to be open to things with the offense. He is going to give Dak Prescott more freedom to run and pass. He is going to give Dak Prescott more options to maybe call an audible, check out of a play, do more things, have more control of the offense. He's going to have John Kitna on the fold. I believe he's going to listen. Well, first of all, he looks like a little kid in this picture. If you see this picture, it looks like a little kid. But I'm excited about Kellen Moore. I don't know about y'all. I know he's a first-year guy, but I'm excited about him because I think he listens. And I think that's when Zeke said that was huge. He listens. He's going to see what the players are talking about, and then we're going to try to incorporate. Not that you're going to bully him, not you're going to run him over and say, oh, we're doing this and that. But when you got a coordinator that actually listens to you when they come off the field, hey, coach, this is happening. Hey, we see this. And the guy's like, okay, let's see if we can make this work. That's the kind of coach you love. Not some guy when you come off the field and you say, man, hey, I'm seeing this, coach. Yeah, all right, well, you know what? I know you're seeing that, but we're running this play. As a player, I played the game, you get disheartened. You get frustrated. Maybe you don't run the route as hard because now you're mad because this guy just blew you off. I don't think Kellen Moore is going to do that. That's why I think Kellen Moore is going to be a good choice. Let me give you okay, I see you thirsting how. I see you, Thurston, how you say Sean Payton. I get it with Sean Payton. I like Sean Payton. But guess what? He ain't here. We got to talk about the guys who here. Sean Payton with the Saints. He ain't with the Cowboys. So I don't care nothing about no Sean Payton right now until he actually come with the Cowboys. Until right now, and I'm not a Jason Garrett lover, I just got to back who we got and see what we can do. But I'm not talking about no Jason. It's no Sean Payton because we don't know if he's even really coming. Well, what we'll talk about is this kid Kellen Moore, though, because I think he's going to have this offense right. And then you're still going to have Jason Garrett sprinkling and putting his hands into it because you know what? He don't got no contract. This is contract year. You get what I'm saying? He didn't get an extension, and that segue perfectly to my man right here, the Redhead Bandit. The Redhead Bandit. Now, if y'all follow me more than anything else, you know how I feel about some Jason Garrett. I never said I hated Jason Garrett. Okay? I never said I hated Jason Garrett. But was frustrated with Jason Garrett. I said we will win a championship with Jason Garrett. I said we won't go to the promised land with Jason Garrett. I'm not going back off of it. It's not because I don't think that it can't happen. It's just 10 years in the game. You feel me? It's 10 years in the game, Jason Garrett. And so I get to wondering, like, can this really happen? But you know what? I'm going to give Jason Garrett a chance because I remember when Jason Garrett had his odd years or when he had his bad years. When it was 2013, he had them 3-8-8 seasons. He came up on the 12-4 season, 2014. Now, this is an odd season, but he came up and made it happen, and we had a crazy year in 2014. Why do I have the feeling that we're going to have an awesome year this year? Why do I have that feeling, y'all? I got the feeling we're going to have an awesome, devastating, dope year. I predicted us 12-4, and I'm a pessimistic cowboy. I cannot lie. I'm always thinking doom and gloom because if I think doom and gloom and then we actually do good, I feel better. If I tell myself we're going to the Super Bowl, if I tell myself we're going to win a championship, then if we don't, I'm mad at myself and I hate life. So I stopped doing that. But right now, this 2019 season, with the depth that we have, with the players that we have, with the youth that we have, with the experience that we have, because those guys that came in at 2016 are now veterans, I believe something can happen. Now it's just up to that guy right there, Jason Garrett, to make it happen and make it work more than anything else. If Jason Garrett can do that, then, hey, we might be in for something this year, and, hey, it might be exciting. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So then I'm going to go to this man right here. I'm going to switch to Jerry Jones because I'm not got that long. I'm about to go grab some food, eat some food. You know what I mean? But I'm going to jump on this guy, Jerry Jones. And matter of fact, I'm going to give you a quick excerpt because so many people have been bashing Dak Prescott, okay? So many people have been saying, Dak, though, you know what? Dak ain't this, Dak ain't that, blah, 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 this and blah, 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 that. But you know what? I'm going to play this little excerpt for you right here. And it's going to tell you the real about Dak Prescott. And you might as well just stop talking about Dak Prescott not coming here, not being a long-term solution. You might as well just stop doing that because Dak Prescott is here to stay. And we're going to show you right now. Oh, I'm waiting for it to come up. As we wait, bear with me because I want to get you this Jerry Jones little excerpt right here with Michael Irvin.
Your thoughts to trying to lock up Dak Prescott for the long term?
Listen to this.
Oh, I think that we're sold on Dak, and we do want to have him for the long term. We think he's worthy of investing in for the long term. He's going into his fourth year now in the NFL. when you look at the snaps he's had, when you look at the situations he's been in, when you look at, first of all, how he got here, and then you see really how he has performed. But you also, we see real upside in Dak. You don't have it all yet. And we love the way that he, I'm going to use the word logically, progresses through a game. You see him when going gets tough, or you see when he's got to come from behind, when he kind of turns it loose a little bit. You see him make those plays.
Mm-hmm.
All of those things embolden me to make a deal with him that puts him here with the Cowboys for the long term.
But Jerry, and this is Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys, here on the Rich Eisen Show. I'm guest host.
You see what I'm saying? So basically, you have to let it go about Jerry Jones. He is not going to get. Sorry about that. Y'all see some weird stuff right now. Sorry about that. But guess what? Dak ain't going nowhere, y'all. He's here for the long haul. Okay? So we need to get happy about this. Let's stop bashing Dak Prescott. Let's be happy we have a winning quarterback. Let's be happy that I have a guy. People keep on talking about Dak Prescott ain't this, ain't that, whatever. Jerry, don't sign him to a long-term deal. How many quarterbacks out there that are doing what he's done as a fourth-round pick, and he wasn't even supposed to be playing until possibly this year? People forget that he was not supposed to be playing, folks. He was supposed to be sitting the bench for the first two or possibly 3 years. They had a plan. Romo was going to play 2 or 3 more years, retire, run out, ride in the sunset. Dak Prescott get prepped for 3 years. He's learned the game. He sat the bench like Romo did for 3 years. People act like Romo came in there off out of nowhere and just started his first year. No, Romo sat the bench for 3 years. 3 years. Why? Because he was not ready. Dak Prescott was supposed to sit on the bench for 3 years, 2 to 3 years, because the Cowboys felt he was not ready. But guess what? Dang, 3 years, 2 NFC East titles, playoffs 2 out of 3 years. He does have a playoff win. It wasn't his fault we lost the playoffs either one of those times, to me or the Rams or against the Packers. You got a winning quarterback, and yet we still hate. Yet we still dog him, and yet we get mad at Jerry Jones for wanting to sign this kid, and this kid wasn't even supposed to be playing. This kid was supposed to be sitting the bench. After Romo got hurt, they put Kellen Moore over him. Now, hold up. Kellen Moore is not playing in the NFL right now. Like, he had no chance playing in the NFL, and they were still putting Kellen Moore over him because they felt he was still more game ready than Dak Prescott. And what does Dak Prescott come do? And he was not supposed to play. Comes in like a wily vet, and look what he's done in these 3 years, folks. How are we hating on this man? Are we serious? How are we hating on this man? And you know what? I want nothing better for it to happen. Yeah, I'd love Garrett to get a Super Bowl, so he'd probably shut me up, and Jerry Jones will shut me up. But more than anything, I want Dak Prescott to get us to a Super Bowl so we can shut all these fake Cowboy fans. That's right, I called you fake because you know what? It'd be different if Dak wasn't doing anything. It'd be different if Dak was uneven his 3 years. I could understand the Cowboy fans hate and saying move on or get somebody else, but none of that has happened. None of that has happened in 3 years, going on 4th. Now all of a sudden you think he's going to regress after 3 years of playing good. Kid never gets in trouble. Kid doesn't do anything wrong, but we're trying to get rid of him. That's why I want this dude to win the Super Bowl, because I want him to win the Super Bowl. And trust me, I remember a lot of names that's been hating on him, and I want to see their face and what they got to say if Dak Prescott brings the Super Bowl here. What you going to say then? You need to support your quarterback because guess what? I think he can take us to the promised land. And this year, I'm not going to bash Garrett. I'm not going to say nothing. I've been going ham on him the last 2 years, but I'm going to be quiet because I feel like we got a good team, and I'm going to spread positive vibes. I'm going to spread positive vibes to this. I'm not going to hate on our ownership. I'm not going to talk nothing about Stephen Jones. I like Stephen Jones, but you know what? I'm going to put that trust because they have put out good product. They have stayed the course. They have said, this is what we're going to do, and we're not going to go against it. And they have done it. And guess what? We're still winning. We have success. So I just thought I'd throw my little 2 cents in today. And just like y'all said, Dak is a winner, dog. So what, he doesn't throw for 5,000 freaking yards? Who cares? Drew Brees throws for 5,000 yards damn near every year, and how many Super Bowls does Drew Brees have? Tell me. Dan Marino, I watched Dan Marino throw killing people yards after yards. Did Dan Marino win a Super Bowl? And he went to one. But did he win a Super Bowl? John Elway throwing for all them yards. When did John Elway win a Super Bowl? When he got a running game? When he got his team complete? When he was doing it all himself, he wasn't winning. Do you understand? You can be a great quarterback if you want to, but you need other players around you. As great as Tom Brady is, he still need players around him. If Tom Brady didn't have an offensive line, Tom Brady ain't doing that. So it is a team game. But you know what? Believe in your quarterback. Believe in Dak Prescott. Let's believe in this front office. And let's believe in what we're trying to do this year, because I think this can be a special year. I maybe just be hyping it up, but I just feel it in my belly, in my bones. And usually when I feel it in my belly, in my bones, it usually happens. So, Cowboys fans, let's get hyped. Let's get geeked up. Let's support. Let's not bash our quarterback, Dak Prescott. Let's not bash anybody. Let's be 100% behind our guys, because this might be a magical year. And I'm not just saying it. This really might be a magical year. It'd be hella great to Jason Garrett to go out on a bang when his contract thread's heading on the line. Everybody's hanging on the line. Wouldn't it be great if we got a championship and a Super Bowl this year, and you got guys that ain't even got paid yet? That would be a great thing to me. Yeah, so I don't know. I just feel it. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my head. But like I said, you can have these great quarterbacks throwing for all these yards. Like I said, Breeze, he got one Super Bowl. How many 5,000-yard seasons has he had? He's had at least, 5,000-yard seasons, and only's got one Super Bowl. It's not that easy to get there, folks. And at the end of the day, if my quarterback is throwing for 3,800 yards, 20-something TDs, and under 10 interceptions and gets us to the promised land, I'm cool with that. So with that being said, let me give a few shout-outs to everybody out there, because I'm about to cut it off for the day. I just thought I'd jump in here and we have a quick Cowboys talk and be excited about getting DeMarcus Ware on the staff. Believe in Kellen Moore, and let's back Jason Garrett. And you haven't heard me say this in 2 years, but let's back Jason Garrett and stand by your quarterback, and let's believe in Jerry Jones. And I haven't been saying that these past couple of years, because I said you don't win a championship after winning 3 Super Bowls and then 20 years later you win another one. I said that doesn't happen. But guess what? It can happen. The football gods can believe. The football gods might say, you know what? That usually does not happen, but I'm going to shine on you guys this year. So pray to the football gods and pray that we can get a championship. So get on your knees today and pray to the football gods that the Dallas Cowboys get a Super Bowl this year, because it's been too long. Right? Yeah, I feel you. Stafford too. Kirk Cousins. How many quarterbacks, and I'm going to bring this up before I get off here. Jimmy Garoppolo got $27 million after 7 games, and we're crying about Dak Prescott after 3 years of body of work getting 25, 26, 27 million, saying he's not worth it. Now, how the hell is Jimmy Garoppolo worth it after 7 games? And he ain't did jack poo. He ain't won nothing. He ain't did nothing. All I seen Jimmy Garoppolo is get a torn ACL. And he ain't won nothing. Okay, yeah, he won some games, but he ain't won nothing significant, but he got big money. So don't you think Dak Prescott deserves it too? You look at the top 5 quarterbacks being paid right now: Stafford, Kirk Cousins, Jimmy Garoppolo, Derek Carr. What have any of them quarterbacks done? Nothing. Exactly. So let's leave our quarterback alone. Let him get his bread, and let's take him to the promised land. All right? So let me give a few shout-outs. Rodney Ellis, Tim Williams, Copperface King, The U, Christopher Dickens, I apologize, Tribe of the Shar 888. I don't know if I said it wrong. I apologize, Professor Trill, Tariq, Stevie Mack, all you guys, everybody who jumped in, Ron Smith, I appreciate you guys. Woody Miller, what up with you? I'm about to sign off. If you say, dang, I just got in here, man, keep talking. I'm not going to do that. But what you can do is jump on here and rewind. Rewind this and play it again. And what else I want you to do? Like and subscribe our page, please. Our YouTube has been jumping the past 30 days, over 30 days. We got over 100 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate for the love that y'all been supporting us. But guess what? We need more. Like and subscribe. And guess what? You can donate in the super chat as low as $1 because guess what? None of this stuff is free. None of this grind is free. None of everything we're doing is free. Out there grinding. We're going to be at the fantasy football event with Ezekiel Elliott and all those guys. We're going to be at training camp, getting you that good exclusive footage. We're going to be at the games, the home games this year. May go to some away games. We're going to be at the Lava Cantina and getting you them exclusive interviews from players past and present. That all costs money though, folks. So if you would love to donate to the nation, Silver and Blue Nation, we would love it too. You can donate as low as $1. You can get on our Facebook page, $4.99 a subscription. It doesn't have to be monthly. It doesn't have to be every single month. You can do it for a couple months and then quit. But continue. If you really love us, if you really love what we're trying to do and grind and get the best out there, support. Hey, there's a lot of things you support out there, and don't tell me you don't. Don't tell me you don't. And you probably spend more money. If you really like what we're bringing to the table and like what we're doing and what we're going to bring more, like and support. Subscribe to this page. And, hey, donate. But without that being said, yeah, I feel you, D. Will. That I can feel you on that Steve McNair comparison. But McNair was a dog. But you know what? They was hating on him when he came out of Alcorn State, too. Oh, he can't throw the ball. He ain't doing this, he ain't doing that. But guess what? He got him to a Super Bowl. And guess what? Them Titans were a lot better once they got him in the fold. For sure. So, that being said, yes. Also, yes, Rodney Ellis, hit up Law Nation and Vosh Lombardi. Them is my dogs. I had them on the show a couple weeks ago, both of them. Them is my homies. Them is my peoples. Also, check out Foots the King. He was just on the show a couple days ago. I'm going to have JoJo. I don't know if you heard about her. JoJo Replay. She has her own thing. Deep Cowboys fan. And also, after next week, I'm going to have former QB, Dallas Cowboys QB, Anthony Wright. Yeah, he didn't play a long time with the Cowboys. Played only a couple years. Started about 4 or 5 games. But you know what? It's good to get the quarterback perspective. See what the quarterback sees. He started 4 games with the Cowboys. I thought he had a chance, but, you know, he got injured and didn't do his thing. Me and him actually had a conversation about Dak, and he had his own thoughts about Dak Prescott, and I'm going to keep those to myself because I'm going to bring the interview with him, and I'm going to let you hear it from the horse's mouth. So without that being said, I'm about to bang out of here. Love all y'all. I appreciate everybody who's liking and supporting the page. Continue to do that. Continue to grind with us. Continue to support. And let's get this 6, y'all. Let's get this 6. Let's get this 7. Let's get this 8. Let's get this damn 9. Let's get 10. I don't care. I'm being greedy because guess what? I've seen all the Super Bowls except the first few because they was like in the 60s and I wasn't born. But I damn near seen all of them, and I need to see a few more Super Bowls before I go. And we don't know when that'll happen. It may happen when I get off here. You don't know. But I need some more Super Bowls before I get up off this earth. I don't know about y'all. All right? So, please support. I need it. I want it. It's in my system like water. I need it like water. You feel me? Hey, don't you say that about – but, hey, Thurston, LeBron said I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they got 2 out of there, didn't they? They got 2. So if I say that and we get 2 out of this, I'm feeling good. So, hey, I love y'all. I appreciate the support from everybody. Continue to support the nation. Continue to support what we're trying to do here. And continue to show us love. I'll be checking y'all out here in a couple days. Silver and Blue Nation signing off. Peace.